Don't peacefully
This is mob justice, mob stupidity.
Do it!
So just to set the context, this is all happening because Spencer, the self-styled founder of the alt-right, is speaking here at a theater to my right, the Phillips Theater, in a couple hours. The last time he spoke was in Charlottesville, and that turned very violent. People got killed when a guy drove his car through the crowd. So naturally they want to suppress any kind of violence. You can look way down the street there. That's got to be close to a half a mile, and that's where traffic is blocked off. So nobody is driving into a crowd from that angle, at least. So the reason Spencer was allowed to speak here after being turned down in other places is that he basically makes a First Amendment argument. The First Amendment allows speech as provocative as you want, as hate-filled as you want. You just can't promote violence. All they had to do is spend $11,000 to rent the place, but the university had to shell out $600,000 for the extra security. This comes at a bad time because they already had to spend a lot of money with hurricane relief. So in some ways this is sort of a kabuki play, buying some time and space on college campuses where they know they're most likely to find people who will be most offended by what he does, and then perhaps hoping for a violent reaction so that you can play those clips over and over and over again, even if the violence on the part of protesters is only a small part of the puzzle. And it's also very easy to slip instigators into a crowd like this who start violence.
I'm waiting for people to start rioting and rallying even more. That's what I feel like is going to happen with the police presence that is here. I feel like it's going to be a battle between uniform and non-uniform is what I feel like.
So you came down sort of for entertainment, it sounds like.
Basically.
Nothing good on TV today?
No. I was hoping this would be broadcasted, but it wasn't, so.
You thought it would be live?
Yeah, I thought there'd be something live, and there's not.
Right.
There's not. It almost feels like that whoever's in there is going to come out now, and it's going to be everybody against each other.
It's a little bit hostile. I didn't have it.
Pussy! Pussy! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Come on now!
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If we're just butting heads all day and we never get any understanding, we walk away with the same problem.
Right.
These men are here to protect the law. They are not here to protect my ethics or your ethics, and they're sure not here to protect their ethics. I want us to let them speak, and I want us to have, let them put that out on the marketplace of ideas, because as you can see, they're outnumbered, 5 to 1, 10 to 1 here? They're not going to win that fight. But if we sit there and we divide the country between, and if we make the choice between Antifa and Nazism and the alt-right, they're going to gain some traction there.
Do it!
Is there sex up here?
What's that?
I heard there was sex up here.
No sex.
Really?
No sex.
Then what's all the yelling about?
So these are people coming out who got into the Spencer talk, who are anti-Spencer, I'm assuming. Were you inside?
Yes, I was.
So what was it like?
It was pretty interesting. Everybody's very passionate, very loud. For the most part, everybody really did not like what he had to say, and it was very interesting. I could tell that everybody was together in this one moment. Everybody was taking a solid stand against it. I'm just glad I went. The whole entire Bond was filled, so I'd say probably around 200 people, I'd say, maybe.
200 was the total?
Yeah, definitely not the largest crowd. I'd say 75% of them were definitely rallying against Richard Spencer and his words. Yeah.
So was he able to say anything, or was he shouted down the whole time?
Yeah, he was, for the most part, not able to get anything out, not able to say anything. For the most part, it seemed like everybody didn't want his opinion to be in the political discourse. Nobody wants white supremacy to be something that's a viable thing to be able to be spoken about.
And do you think that might have been a mistake? Would have been good to hear what he had to say? Then
In some ways, not letting him say what he has to say is, of course, good because he's not getting into political discourse, like I said. However, at the same time, it's something that he could easily use for his own cause, something that he could easily show off. I honestly believe that either way, you're not going to win either way.
Yeah.
And that's just unfortunate, regardless of which side you're on. It's definitely interesting. Glad to have
This is genocide. These people advocate for the removal of everyone that isn't white. We're not here standing as liberals, as Democrats, as anti-fascists. We're here standing as people that we will not tolerate white nationalism, Nazism, the alt-right, any kind of movement that supports division and some form of eugenics is wrong, and it'll never, ever survive or live again. And that's why I'm here. Thank you.
the crowd is beginning to thin out. I think the last neo-Nazi has left the building. The cops are still there. They've barely moved all day long. Some really good friendships were had. There was a lot of great conversation and sharing of ideas, though it was far more screaming and yelling, mostly from the anti-Nazi side, which I thought was mostly unproductive. It plays right into the hands of the people that are trying to quiet down. I think it's time we can all say goodnight and say we're lucky that no one was seriously hurt today. The Essential 360 camera in Gainesville, Florida, the University of Florida campus. This is Ed Fabry. Now I just need to remember where I parked.